Internet trolls. Maybe I give them too much of my time. Let's read this. So someone left a comment on a clip of ACUe getting a 1v6. It's like he's the main character with the talent and plot armor. And then I disagreed. But someone in these comments was even dumber than me. Now, me disagreeing that ACUe is the main character of Apex, that's literally not something that you can debate. It's like, it's a joke. But I was obviously joking, just trolling. I don't think ACUes are the best. So I said, no, I disagree. But then we have this fucktard. Whenever you play a video game, you're just gonna run into these people more often than not. There's just people who are so ridiculous and so stupid. So here we now introduce the character Parv. He says he couldn't do shit against pros. Now pros, when they heard that, all jokes aside though, how can someone in their right mind think that NRG ACUe, the person that even pros would probably regard as one of the best players in the game, how could they think and genuinely believe that he's incapable of fighting pro players? Now here's the craziest thing. Holding pro players in a BR at a high regard of skill is the most ridiculous thing in the world. This man's talking to me about ALGs. Literally, the fact that he brings up ALGs in a skill-based tournament, as a skill-based tournament, is just completely fucking ridiculous. I feel like just yesterday they were complaining on Twitter about how having a match point system for a tournament is stupid, because literally a team who's less skilled can win. That's what happened in the last ALGs. This man is obviously off his fucking rocker. He literally thinks ACUe's in the competitive NRG team. He thinks he's on their roster. Last time I checked, the roster was Nathan, Frex, and Sweet, right? It's just from the perspective of a person who is, I would say I'm above average. Yeah, I'm definitely above average. I'm pretty sure the average is less than a 1 KD, or it's at a 1. At least that was a year ago. But, so just the idea that competitive or ranked is a high showcase of skill is just ridiculous to me. I mean, sure, the comp is better because it's other competitive players and other professional or skilled players. And sure, you have to have skill to get into this bracket. But the thing is, once you get there, it evolves. It literally is not Apex. Tell me that everyone picking the same meta, how does that translate into skill? It literally just goes to show that they're adapting their gameplay so that they can play against people who are better players. And most of them play so reserved. Okay, for example, watch ACUe's most recent ranked content. His title is just give it all away. It's is this even ranked or that type of shit? It's literally pred lobbies, and he's running around just pub stomping in pred lobbies. An even more in-depth example, in yesterday's upload, there's actually a moment where Ace is on the bridge in Cap City or in Fragment, and literally there's a squad at construction just sitting there shooting at him. They could have literally ran up and third partied while he's having this big ass fight, and because it's a pred lobby, this team actually decides they would rather sit there and camp in a building. Just the way that people play is completely different from the genuine Apex. And now, in reality, I'm not saying, hey, ACUe is about to go stomp on all these teams in comp. That's not what I'm saying, because I being a rational person, can recognize that me being a better player than ACUe, even if I were to 1v1 ACUe, he's good enough to where it might not be one-sided. Say we were going to 21. The score is set to 21. I would probably have 21 and he would probably have about 7. Like, he would kill me 7 times before I could reach 21. But still, I mean, I'm winning, but that does not mean he's incapable. It's just so crazy how people think because you're playing in a pub that somehow means that it's harder or not as hard as ranked. Because we've all seen those pub matches that literally it's like, okay, why am I playing in fucking pred lobbies right now? Literally, it's like for some reason the champ was like a 3 stack of like a 40k Loba, a 27k Path, and like a 60k Wraith, and then your teammates are just like fucking level 10s, and then the whole game is just like, even the end zone, it just feels like, wow, what was this? Why am I playing in the pro leagues now? I don't know. I just really wanted to showcase this comment and get what you guys think about it, because I know that the vast majority of you probably agree with me, and you can recognize that Apex Legends is definitely not the same game when it's played competitively as when it's played on a more casual scale. And also, just because you're playing on a competitive level does not necessarily mean you're even a good player. There's people who deadass hacked their way to pred, and there's people who got carried to pred. Like, they ran with a 3 stack the entire time, and if they did not, they would not be pred right now. If anything, follow me on these 2 links or my social media, and if you disagree, DM me and tell me why. I just want to know, what's your reasoning behind holding ranked and comp in such a high regard? Leave a like and subscribe.